Godspeed Winery up in Mount Veeder appellation. Do some great cabs and Chardonnay. Really small, family owned.
Double fence around the Chardonnay. The deer love the.
Oh yeah,
eat all that. As you get bud break, you know they love the extended trees. You can see this gets pretty steep. It's all terraced.
Yeah.
Got to lean to the right when I turn here.
All right.
And we had all these gorgeous redwoods. I didn't have the heart to cut those down.
Yeah, right.
You don't really want trees in a vineyard. They attract the birds. They shade a lot of the vines.
Right.
So we just put our main road through here. I'll turn around here and stop.
Beat it. It's really cool. Yeah, right. Now I see why you wanted to put your house up here.
Yeah. Well,
that view.
That's even further up that way.
Oh yeah.
And I've got. Now you can't really see them. There's 4 water tanks behind the trees there, and this is the Malbec up in this narrow block up here.
Wow, a lot of irrigation. That's stellar. Nice property. Nice. These are all your Chardonnays?
Yeah. Yeah, some of the areas, like these up here are all doing real well. Some of the areas we had to cut more of the soil out just to get it as flat as it is now. And so some of the vines have taken longer to get established. They're not as they don't have the girth that the cab has, where you got the gravelly soil and the good drain. and now we're going through and tying down. You always got to have some new wood, and some of the older arms that get the long positions, they don't produce as well. So, but you don't always have the opportunity to lay down new wood. But so that's kind of an ongoing thing.
Huh. That's gorgeous. Wow.
And then it'll look totally different in another 2 months after everything leaves out.
Right. Get bud break and stuff. Bud break will start like next month, right?
Oh, the Chardonnay is already, they're swelling.
I saw it, yeah.
Next week.
Wow.
This will probably be another.
I take it you built the house?
Yeah, I built the house back in '95.
Wow.
Now you can see all the boulders.
Oh yeah, tons. Wow.
They're more than half gone. I give them to the county whenever they have a slide or something. And they fix it.
Wow. Fontanella Vineyards is their outside porch. Got a cool pond. Picnic tables you can hang out on after the tasting. Do a picnic if you like. Brand new, just a few years old. And they're just about to start planting their vineyards. That's the owner's house. And that trellising system's up. And they'll start planting their vineyards here in April. This is Fontanella Winery, small family-operated winery in Mount Veeder, focus on Chardonnay and Cab and Zin.
So about 75% of what you're looking at in here are crush clients. We've got about 9 clients right now that are making wine here, all ranging in about 3,000 cases to about 400 cases. So small and larger, I guess. So a lot of people don't know much about Mount Veeder, and I think it's important for us as a winery here on Mount Veeder to kind of educate people about it. Everyone knows Napa Valley. It's a world-class destination. A lot of people, though, don't realize that there's 16 different growing AVAs within Napa that make up the valley. Believe it or not, Mount Veeder is the largest growing AVA here in the valley, and people all start scratching their head and they're like, well, why have I never heard of Mount Veeder then if it's the largest growing AVA in Napa? The reason why is you witness coming up our road today, Partridge Road. It's steep hillsides, it's wooded, so it's very environmentally protected. A lot of regulations with erosion, water sourcing, native grasses, animals, you name it, it's all protected. So with that said, right now, there are about 1,000 acres planted on Mount Veeder. Well, when you think about 1,000 acres to all of Napa Valley, it's a very small piece of the pie. And you're drinking about 1.3% of Napa wine here. Yeah. So kind of fun for people to kind of get that education and understand that. The other real interesting thing here is because Mount Veeder is the largest AVA, they also do soil studies with every place. And there are over 20 different soil types alone just here on Mount Veeder. Because we base our philosophy and winemaking off soil and location, that is why we do a barrel tasting like this, is for our clients to actually get to see the raw components and actually distinguish those differences.
Oh.
So basically Mount Veeder connects to Carneros, and it runs all the way up to Rutherford. So if you're looking on a map of Napa, it's half the length of the valley.
Wow.
So, you know, location, as I was saying, also comes in climate and things like that. So down here, more of a coastal breeze. Elevation, of course, plays a factor. Mount Veeder starts about 400 feet above sea level and goes all the way up to about 2,400 feet. So lots of cool facts about the appellation.
Nice.
So what's the difference between the two then? You said that rock.
Soil and location. So volcanic ash, so that's like breakable, layered rock.
Right, hard at the bottom.
Yep. And then this volcanic ash is more porous.
Okay.
Okay,
Better
so
drainage.
it's more drainage. It is still difficult for a vine that they can get through, that being more porous. The other difference between these two is location. I told you the shale is a neighboring property on the south end. This side, believe it or not, was only a mile north of here, but it's about 1,250 feet above sea level. So there's a big jump there.
Wow.
Do you guys distinguish or taste it?
I haven't tasted this one yet.
Okay.
Smells different.